why do you blame the Biden administration?
Because they let them in. Are you stupid? Are you a stupid person? Because they came on a plane along with thousands of other people that shouldn't be here, and you're just asking questions because you're a stupid person. And there's a law passed that it's almost impossible not to get them out. You can't get them out once they come in. And they came in, and they were unvetted, they were unchecked, there were many of them, and they came in on big planes, and it was disgraceful. And if you look, you'll see there was a law passed. It makes it almost impossible not to let them in, not to certify them, so to speak, once they come in. And they came in, and they shouldn't have come in. And frankly, the whole thing was a mess. The whole Afghanistan situation was a mess. It should have never taken place. If we're going to go out, and we would have gone out because I had everybody ready to go, we were going to go out with strength and dignity and precision, and we would have left from Bagram, and we would have kept Bagram, by the way, because of its very close relationship to China and where they make their missiles. But when you let the people come in by the thousands and thousands and thousands, they made a terrible mistake. But they were incompetent, yeah.
Woo! This is the most heated and angriest I have ever seen our president. And let me tell you something, I freaking love it. This is what I voted for 3 times. He is done playing around. What I'm about to share with you. President Trump just issued the most important proclamation to the United States of America and the world, the most important message he has ever issued in his entire presidency, both first term and second term. I'm going to share with you every single word. He issued it late last night because the guy never sleeps. The guy works tirelessly and ceaselessly for America. This is all coming off the heels of the national tragedy of 2 National Guardsmen. I've covered this story in several videos, one of whom, Sarah Beckstrom, who's only 20 years old. I'm a father. My daughter's 12. I can't even imagine seeing the epitaph of 2005 to 2025. My wife and I were saying that's one of the most eerie, blood-chilling visuals. 20 years old. And she wanted to work on Thanksgiving. She wanted to serve her country. These are American heroes, and these filthy dog Democrats, these filthy, demonic, sewage rat Democrats are doing nothing to protect the real people who deserve their attention, deserve their service, real American heroes. It makes me sick to my stomach. It should make everybody sick to their stomach. And President Trump is done playing around. I'm going to play for you. First, I'm going to share with you the entire message verbatim, word for word. We're going to go through it, as well as some other images that President Trump shared. I'm also going to share with you what he says about Afghanistan, Somalia to reporters in this press conference that he held last night. A couple of highlights. It's like an hour-long press conference. I've got the best of the best. You don't need to go anywhere. Your boy Nez is going to take care of everything. Grab your favorite snack, your favorite beverage, sit back, relax. I got you covered. As well as President Trump talking about, and maybe I'll end the video on this, the golf match between Vegetable in Chief Joe Biden that kind of stirred up a lot of hoopla during the debate last year in 2024. Wait till you hear what he says about this. But first, I want to share this. U.S. District Attorney Jeanine Pirro from Washington, D.C. has just now, this is live breaking news, has just now went on to declare what's going to happen to the suspect who initiated this tragedy, as well as she's got some pretty harsh words for the Hippocrats. You don't want to miss this. Watch.
Are we going to see an escalation in charges?
Oh, there's no question. First of all, our hearts go out and our thoughts and prayers go out to the family of a beautiful 20-year-old Sarah Beckstrom, who answered the call to serve her nation. And she volunteered, and she ended up being shot ambush style on the cold streets of Washington, D.C. By an individual who will now be charged with murder in the first degree. There are are certainly many more charges to come, but we are upgrading the initial charges of assault to murder in the first degree. And we are hoping that the more information we can get and the more investigation that is going on 24/7 now, around the clock in Washington, the more we will find out about what actually happened in terms of this individual even being in this country and being in a position to ambush and shoot down an innocent young woman who was doing her duty to the people of this country. Let me say one more thing, and it's not about this case, it's about vetting in general. The nonsense that the left gave us with this Operation Welcome Allies. Look, there was no vetting. If you think there was vetting, I have a bridge to sell you. If you saw the chaos that was going on at that airport in Kabul, in Afghanistan, it was typical of what was going on in the Biden administration. And the Pentagon, I believe it was Kirby and people in the Biden administration, said the Afghan withdrawal that we all know was disastrous was a success. And that's a quote. They called that a success. That chaos is not a success. That is a nightmare. And 13 American servicemen and women were killed at that airport because the Biden administration couldn't get their facts together and couldn't make a decision regarding the rules of engagement to take down a known suicide bomber. So let's stop namby-pambing around with this, oh, he was vetted. There was no vetted. The welcome mat was thrown down. They even admitted that they short-circuited the vetting. What they did was they brought in 90,000 people into this country that were not vetted. They told us all the other immigrants were vetted. What do? Call the FBI in Afghanistan and say, gee, do you have anything on this guy? Did we call Venezuela and say, gee, how about your criminal justice system? What can you tell me about this guy? It's like the 10, 20 million illegals who've been let into this country. We don't know who they are until we suffer the consequences that we have seen in Washington. And I was on that scene, and it is a very sad place. And Sarah Beckstrom and her family did not deserve this. They should have been protected, which is the first order of government. And the left ought to stop their nonsense and recognize that they are not speaking for the American people. They are speaking about ideology and politics. Donald Trump, the president, the attorney general, and myself were interested in the facts, in the prosecution, making people accountable, and rest assured, we will.
Truer words were rarely spoken, and she's absolutely right, and I have evidence. This is an email the Biden-Harris administration claimed they were importing Afghans as refugees who helped the U.S. government, when in reality, if you look at this official email, newly obtained document from litigation, officials admit they did not know their identities. Some allegedly committed heinous crimes. You can see here on your screen, I'll zoom in, an email dated August 4th, 2021. Do you recognize any of these people in the highlighted area? That is proof right there that this entire Afghan withdrawal, that's living proof right there. It was a disaster and a tragedy. And these reporters have the gall, the audacity to ask President Trump, why are you blaming the Biden administration? It's absurd. We have enemies within. Okay, this is the message, and I've highlighted the most important part. Holy mackerel. This is legendary, and this is unprecedented. Donald Trump, our president, posted this late last night. A very happy Thanksgiving salutation to all our great American citizens and patriots who have been so nice in allowing our country to be divided, disrupted, carved up, murdered, beaten, mugged, and laughed at, along with certain other foolish countries throughout the world for being, quote, politically correct and just plain stupid when it comes to immigration. The official United States foreign population stands at 53 million people, most of which are on welfare from failed nations or from prisons, mental institutions, gangs, or drug cartels. They and their children are supported through massive payments from patriotic American citizens who, because of their beautiful hearts, do not want to openly complain or cause trouble in any way, shape, or form. They put up with what has happened to our country, but it's eating them alive. to do so. A migrant earning $30,000 with a green card will get roughly $50,000 in yearly benefits for their family. The real migrant population is much higher. This refugee burden is the leading cause of social dysfunction in America, something that did not exist after World War II. Failed schools, high crime, urban decay, overcrowded hospitals, housing shortages, and large deficits, etc. As an example, hundreds of thousands of refugees from Somalia are completely taking over the once great state of Minnesota. Somalian gangs are roving the streets looking for prey as our wonderful people stay locked in their apartments and houses, hoping against hope that they will be left alone. This is my favorite part. The seriously retarded governor of Minnesota. God, I love you, President Trump. Tim Walz does nothing, either through fear, incompetence, or both. He's useless. While the worst congresswoman woman in our country, mentally Ilhan Omar, that's my nickname, always wrapped in her swatting hijab and who probably came into the USA illegally, and that you are not allowed to marry your brother, does nothing but hatefully complain about our country, its constitution, and how badly she is treated. When her place of origin is a decadent, backward, and crime-ridden nation, which is essentially not even a country for lack of government, military police, schools, etc. Here it is, folks. Here's the big part right here. Oh, I'm going to zoom in a little bit because you have to see and read this in its full. I got some of it highlighted there. Even as we have progressed technologically, immigration policy has eroded those gains and living conditions for many. I will permanently pause migration from all third world countries to allow the U.S. system to fully recover. Terminate all of the millions of Biden illegal admissions, including those signed by Sleepy Joe Biden's auto pen, and remove anyone who is not a net asset to the United States or is incapable of loving our country, end all federal benefits and subsidies to non-citizens of our country, denaturalize migrants who undermine domestic tranquility, and deport any foreign national who is a public charge, security risk, or non-compatible with Western civilization, which Islam is completely non-compatible with Western civilization. We've proved it 1,000,000 times. How many more times do we have to hear Allahu Akbar and say we actually have a problem? How many times do we have to hear that phrase? And just say, this is a major problem. This Stone Age religion has caused more chaos, mayhem, ravaged more lives than anything. These goals will be pursued with the aim of achieving a major reduction in illegal and disruptive populations, including those admitted through an unauthorized and illegal auto pen approval process. Only reverse migration. Oh, God, I love this guy. I'm getting emotional, sorry. Only reverse migration can fully cure this situation. Other than that, happy Thanksgiving to all, except those that hate, steal, murder, and destroy everything that America stands for. You won't be here for long. Oh, God, I love it. America, that is Theodore Roosevelt. That is the America with balls, determination, conviction, independence. No messing around, no playing around. Playtime is over. It's time to get down to business. Oh, if you are just invigorated with the electricity and volcanic pride of America right now, give me a yay on the comments. Give me a huge American flag emoji. Give me just a huge yes, sir, in the comments down below. I want to hear from you. I want to share just a couple of questions that he took referring to this amazing official notice, you could almost say. It was on Truth Social, but it was official because it was posted on the White House website, and he's officially announced this. But here is President Trump refusing to play the fake news' ridiculous games again when asked, do you blame all Afghans? Watch.
You've made changes for Afghanis' ability to apply for asylum. Do you blame all Afghans for this one man's mistake?
No, but we've had a lot of problems with Afghans because they had a lot of them coming in on these planes. Again, I show you this picture. We had a lot of them coming in on these planes that are, look at them. There was no checking. They just poured into the plane. And many of these people are criminals. Many of these people are people that shouldn't be here. And many of them have been gotten out. I mean, we've gotten out a lot of the people that, we've taken a lot of them out of here. But they came in,
right?
yeah, I know, the old story. Many are wonderful, yeah, I'm sure.
I said many are here legally, though. What should they think in terms of their prospects?
Well, they can't be happy, okay? They can't be happy. Because what's taking place between that, if you look at Somalia, they're taking over Minnesota, and we got a lot of problems with the gangs, with all of the things taking place in Minnesota. We have an incompetent governor, we have a dope governor. They can't be happy about what's going on. And if you talk about the Afghans, there's a problem because so many bad ones came in on the planes. They just walked in. Whoever the strongest people were physically in a way, but whoever the strongest, they got on the planes. There was no checking. They just swamped the planes. They took off. We had no idea who they were.
We got balls again, America. We have somebody who does not mess around. We have somebody who gets things done. We have a man in the arena. We are so lucky, America. There should be riots in every city, as there were for George Floyd and the Black Lives Matter movement, for these two National Guardsmen in every single city in America. Why isn't there? Why isn't there even a single one Democrat-run city, Democrat-run state, Democrat senator, congressman, et cetera, coming out right now and saying, Mr. President, we support you. We need to get rid of this major problem that was initiated by Obama, Biden, and Kamala. We let in too many people. They're unvetted. No, what they're doing, they're fighting this. They're actually fighting this. You don't have to see it with your own eyes. I've done it for you. I've done every single one of them. President Trump is being racist. Oh, now he wants to get rid of this. Now he's saying we're going to pause migration and we're going to reverse it and we're going to get rid of all these. Now they're calling that. They're actually, imagine being Sarah Beckstrom's father right now, mother right now. Imagine your child executing the ultimate sacrifice for their country, only to be greeted with pure, utter treason from domestic terrorists within. They didn't die in the line of duty, protecting the country on foreign soil, going after the enemy. No, the enemy was let in by this egregious, absolute, despicable, mutineer, treasonous, acts of sedition cult called the Democrats. Imagine your daughter, your son, this Andrew guy too. Andrew, imagine, I'm a father. Imagine your grandchild. This is preposterous. And they're fighting against this. We need to stop this, y'all. And we have the right man at the helm. We've got the perfect, I always think God puts the right person in the right situation under the right circumstances. This is living proof. This is the personification of God has put everybody in the right place. And thank God for President Trump. If you feel the same way, let me know down below. Now, I said I was going to kind of end this with a little levity. Here is Trump. He was asked when that golf match is going to happen between him and Joe Biden, which he challenged him at the presidential debate in 2024. Check out this response. This is gold.
Biden going to play that golf match?
I'd love to. I mean, I've invited him, but he doesn't want to show up. Look. And you have a lot of people talk, but they can't play, like Biden. Biden can't hit a ball 30 yards, I'm telling you. I looked at his swing. He cannot hit a ball 30 yards. He said he was a 6 handicap. He said that was the only thing that made me angry during the debate with him. He said he was a 6. I said, you're not a 6. And he said, well, I'm an 8. I said, that was quick. I picked up 2. But he's not 100. He's not 100. So
2 club championships, not even senior. 2 regular club championships. To do that, you have to be quite smart, and you have to be able to hit the ball a long way, and I do it. He doesn't do it. He can't hit a ball 50 yards. He challenged me to a golf match. He can't hit a ball 50 yards. I think I'm in very good shape. I feel that I'm as in good a shape as I was 25, 30 years ago. Actually, I'm probably a little bit lighter, but I'm in as good a shape as I was years ago. I feel very good. I feel the same. But I was willing to take a cognitive test, and you know what? If I didn't do well, I aced them. Dr. Ronnie Jackson, who's a great guy when he was White House doctor. And then I took another one, a similar one. And one of them said they've never seen anybody ace him.
Thank you. President Biden?
You can see he is 6'5" and only 223 pounds, or 235 pounds. Well, you said 6'4", 200. Well, anyway, that's what you're. Anyway, just take a look at what he says he is, and take a look at what he is. Look, I'd be happy to have a driving contest with him. The reason I got my handicap, which when I was vice president, down to a 6. But by the way, I told you before, I'm happy to play golf with you if you carry your own bag. Think you can do it?
That's the biggest lie that he's a 6 handicap of all.
I was an 8 handicap.
Yeah.
8.
Never.
But I have, you know how many?
I've seen you swing. I know you swing.
Let's
not act like children.
President Trump, we're going to
21
turn.
Let's not act like children.
You know, I'm laughing, but it's just tragic. The greatest political scandal, maybe even the greatest scandal and crime of all time, was putting this vegetable in chief as the face of our United States of America for 4 years. What a gigantic embarrassment. And that video just compounds the fact. And we still haven't gotten to the bottom of the auto pen. We still haven't gotten to the bottom of Obama architecting the Russian collusion hoax. We got a lot of work to do. So help me make common sense go viral. Tap that thumbs up. Share this with everybody. Watch it all the way through. I would really, really appreciate that, because that's all you need to do. I don't ask you to buy anything. You don't need to click anything. Just watch, share, and like. That's it. Even if you're watching on your TV, you can do it with your remote. I love you guys. God bless you guys. Check out these videos coming up on the screen right here. Tap my face right here to subscribe and follow. Make sure you turn on the bell for all notifications so you never miss out. And as always, may God bless you, and may God bless the USA and all who defend her. I'll see you soon.